Hello, I'm the Game of Life 64. I'm here to talk about problems with standardized testing. As you may know, many students in high school, middle school are put through several tests to benchmark them in comparison to the rest of the United States. These tests sometimes affect them more than they should. An example is the Florida FCAT. If you fail any of the FCATs, you will be held back even if you maintained a 4.0 GPA. Furthermore, the system in itself is ineffective. Most standardized tests force teachers into teaching for the test because of wording and other problems with the questions, instead of actually teaching students the key concepts behind the material. In many cases, students quickly forget what they recently were taught after an exam. So what's the problem? The problem with standardized testing is that it forces teachers to teach material in such a way an individual could easily answer it on a test, but not actually use it in a practical application in many cases. Furthermore, it does not push the use of critical thinking skills, because it uses a simplified scantron, so multiple tests can easily be graded in a relatively short period of time. Although more efficient, it does not allow students to actually show that they processed the material. The environment where the students take the test also affects. Taking the test in a huge auditorium normally results in many students cheating, as well as induces stress because in many cases, an auditorium is not set up in such a way that an individual could easily write or set up an area where he or she could efficiently do the work. How to fix these problems? By putting less emphasis on the test, as well as adding a section where either short answer or which require application would be implemented. This section would be most likely weighted heavier than most of the other sections, similar to a writing section in many tests. Another addition would be using the empty classrooms, which students would normally be in, to take the exam instead of a single auditorium. Although it requires a little bit more management, it would allow students to be in a much more familiar environment and allow them to take it more efficiently with less areas for people to cheat. Why would this help? By changing how we benchmark the students, we are able to easily attain different grades and standards of schools. Although the present system is slightly inefficient, if we change the system to require critical thinking and understanding of the concepts, it would allow a better benchmark for schools. Although standardized testing is not the best alternative for creating this benchmark, it is relatively easy and overall efficient. All images taken from Microsoft Clip Art from Microsoft Word 2007. Background music comes from Smashing Live Orchestra, Song 5 from Nintendo. Please rate, comment, and voice your opinion. This is the Game of Life 64. Thank you and goodbye.